It is All Hallows Eve, the night in October when ghosts and goblins and other startling apparitions are out and about. It is also, at least in New Orleans, an evening to enjoy a special menu offered by Chef Daniel Bonnot. Great Chefs Television presents a Halloween treat.
For several years, one of the culinary highlights of a holiday, usually characterized by bobbing apples, is a special offering at the stylish Metairie Bistro, Chez Daniel. Every dish on a prefix menu is tailored by Daniel Bonnot to creatively and often whimsically reflect the spooky evening. Although the mood is playful, the chef is serious in preparing the dishes. The fish course is speckled trout wrapped in phyllo dough, with a few surprises. Enjoy King Trout's mummy.
Okay, so basically what happened is leeks is something that's becoming more and more popular in this country, you know that? And I say that because years ago, leeks was available, but nobody knew what to do with it. So we just had peeled the outside leaf, wash it, and now I'm just split the leeks by the center to make sure you remove all the dirt you have growing inside the leeks.
The leeks are coarsely chopped.
Look at that. Beautiful. That's when you make vichyssoise. That's where the flavor of the vichyssoise come from, is from the leeks and the potatoes. So basically, you know, a lot of people have been testing that vegetable before, but they really didn't know it was coming. It was part of the vichyssoise. It was probably one of the most popular cold soup we have in this country. I want to create some smoke. Let's see.
Sauté the leeks in butter.
And let's cook the leeks for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to add to that one.
Sliced onions are also added.
Just continue and cook for a few minutes.
The chef's fish of choice is the Louisiana staple, speckled trout.
Like this. Now you can buy it already fillet. You can ask your fisherman to fillet it for you. But it's about the size I want, about 8 ounces, between 7 to 8 ounces. Put a little bit of salt, not too much on each side. And now we're going to make sure we got our leeks ready. You want them to be cooked, but you want them also to be a little bit crunchy. You want to take the water out. That's what I cook it on a high fire right away to get all the steam out. So when you wrap the leeks with the fish in a phyllo dough, the dough do not absorb the water. So much as possible, take the water much as possible out of your leeks before you wrap it. It's a way you keep your phyllo dough or your puff pastry, if you decide to wrap it in a puff pastry dough, to keep it crisp. Now we got it ready. We're just going to have a little bit of magic potion. So a little French tradition, Ricard. And that's basically what it is. It's an anise. That's not good. Pinch of salt. A little bit of pepper, not too much. And that's it. So we're going to let it cool off a little bit, and we're ready to wrap the trout.
Ricard is an anise-flavored French aperitif. Sheets of phyllo dough, which will encase the fish packets, are painted with clarified butter.
Like this, not too much, but just a little bit to keep your phyllo moist. Then we're going to do one more layer like this. Again, a little bit more butter.
In all, 4 sheets will comprise the wrapping.
We'll do one more. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the fish first on the top, okay? In the center. Then I'm going to put the mélange of leeks and onions with a little bit of Ricard flavor herbs, which is based on a simple little bit of anise, and we're going to wrap. So 1, put a little bit, not too much. 2. Now you can cut it if it's too much, depending on the size of your fish again, and you can fold it back this way. And then now what you have is you have your trout on the top, and basically the bed of leeks is on the bottom, so you're avoiding, when you cook, the fish, the flavor of the leeks going to go up and almost steam the trout fillet. Time in the oven is it's going to be about 15 minutes. And that's basically the time it takes to cook the trout fillet. So now you also have to be careful with timing, because depending how thick is your fish, if you decide to substitute your trout for example salmon fillet, it will take longer because of the thickness of the salmon. We're just going to put a little bit of butter on the top one more time. And that will be the last time. And ready to be in oven.
Bake at 365 degrees for 15 minutes. A beurre blanc is flavored with grapefruit zest.
You don't want too much, but you want enough just for the... You bring the flavor of the shallot, of the grapefruit. So now I'm just going to émincer the shallots. Like this, okay? And what we're going to do is put in a pan the white wine, and I'm just going to start letting it cook slowly together. I'm going to add the grapefruit base to it.
This is reduced before butter is added. The grapefruit theme will also be carried through with a garnish of grapefruit segments. Also, a little grapefruit juice will flavor the beurre blanc.
So now we're finished with that. We're just going to remove the segment from the grapefruit segment that way.
The wine is almost reduced.
So I'm going to take some of that juice and add it to the reduction. And we're just going to keep the rest warm on the side of the stove. So basically what I did is that you take some butter at room temperature. You don't want it too cold, but not too soft. And you're going to add the butter to your white wine grapefruit juice. And we're just going to have to let it work a little bit. And you're going to have a beautiful, what they call beurre blanc. And this time is with grapefruit. So I'm going to let it cook for a few minutes.
Another garnish is deep-fried parsley.
See what I'm talking about? So you fry your parsley for a couple of minutes, probably about a minute and a half.
The oil temperature is 365 degrees. If attempting this at home, don't use too much oil and stand back when the parsley goes in. It splatters.
So I will say about, not more than 30 seconds.
After the parsley is drained, it's seasoned with salt. The beurre blanc is strained before presentation.
And the trout. And we're just going to take the fried parsley, add it to the end, like this. And now I'm just adding on the side just a little bit of beurre blanc over the grapefruit segments. Voilà.